For this one, I will have a column for t. We'll have a column for x, which equals cosine t. We'll have a column for y, which is sine t. And then my xy pair. Now, if you look, I'm going to put this up here, not so you can start writing as quick as you can, but so that you can see what I did in a previous class. I really didn't pick enough values. I just picked that. I'm going to try to pick a few more for you all. And so t starts with 0. And I'm going to pick those values from the unit circle that you had in trig, those special values. I'm not going to do all of them. I'm going to do like first quadrant. Pi over 6, pi over 4, pi over 3, and then I get to pi over 2. So if x equals cosine t, when t is 0, what's the cosine of 0? 1. What's the sine of 0? 0. So that pair is 1, 0. How about pi over 6? Square root of 3 over 2. Oh, I'm starting to write it as an ordered pair. I just want x is square root of 3 over 2. And then y is what? 1/2. So the pair is the square root of 3 over 2, comma 1/2. And then for pi over 4, square root of 2 over 2 for both of them. And maybe I would want the decimals to get an estimate, but I think we'll go with the exact values. When t is pi over 3, the cosine of pi over 3 is 1/2, and the sine of pi over 3 is square root of 3 over 2. And then pi over 2, cosine is 0, sine is 1. And I'm going to look at the graph a little bit, but I don't have enough yet to complete the entire graph, but I'm going to start thinking about what's happening here for this parametric curve. So we have 0, 1, no, 1, 0 right there. Here, 0, 1's going to be here. I'll put 1s there. And then these other ones, pi over 6, that's, take your best guess. I'm looking at the values for, and I guess I don't need to necessarily put those in there. All I need to do are these pairs. I don't need the pi over 6. So, square root of 3 over 2. Square root of 3 over 2 is about point, thank you, okay. And then 1/2 is 0.5. So the x value is a little bigger than 0.8. The y value is 1/2. And, well, too late. I put those lines on. Those dotted lines mean nothing, okay? And then this one, square root of 2 over 2, that's about 0.77, thank you. And then 0.77. And then this one is 1/2, a little bit bigger than 0.8. The thing about those 3 points is just so that I can look at it and say I'm starting here. I need to get here, going through those points, and it looks like that's a quarter of a circle. And I'm not done yet. I still have to pick t values all the way to 2 pi. So I'm not going to pick these intermediate values. I just wanted to do that in the first quadrant so we could kind of get that arch in place. And I can say it looks like it might be a circle. So let's see, if t equals pi, then the cosine of pi is -1, and the sine of pi is 0, so -1, 0. So on my graph, that would be at -1 on the x-axis. And again, I didn't pick those intermediate values, but it's going to circle around to there. And then I want to pick 3 pi over 2. What's the cosine of 3 pi over 2? 0. And the sine is -1, 0, -1. All right, that's going to be at -1 on the y-axis. Then finally, 2 pi. The cosine of 2 pi is 1, and the sine of 2 pi is 0. So that's 1, 0. That's back to the starting point there. And now what you need to do is put the arrows on the graph to indicate the direction. Put a few. And if you like, we could say here, t equals 0, and also at that same point, t equals 2 pi. So I did get a circle.